And for more, welcome former Rice quarterback and CBS Sports college football analyst Taylor McHargue. Boise State wins the Mountain West Championship for the second year in a row. The Heisman candidate Ashton Jeanty showing his breakaway speed on his 75-yard touchdown run. Taylor, what stands out to you when you watch Jeanty week in and week out?
Well, it's consistency is part of it. It's toughness. I think he's got the best contact balance in college football. And you saw that tonight, right? The first half, dominating performance in that first half from Boise State. In the second half, third quarter, UNLV had a fantastic plan coming out of half, and the production had kind of gone away. And then down the stretch, they lean on Jeanty again. He obviously had the big touchdown run to close out the second quarter, but to me, it's been all season. You take any sort of breath and look away for a moment, or you have any sort, if you're not gap sound, you make a mistake up front, it just takes one crack and he punishes you for it. And I think that consistency across the entire season and that durability, because it's not a secret what you're getting when you face Boise State. You know you're getting Ashton Jeanty. He's going to get 30-plus carries almost every week. And I think that consistency and toughness is what stands out most to me.
He's closing in on Barry Sanders' single-season rushing record, 132 yards away. Is he your Heisman Trophy winner, or is it Travis Hunter?
I would have Ashton Jeanty as my Heisman Trophy winner, because I think if you take him off of this team, I don't think this Boise State team is a number one. I don't think they win the Mountain West. I certainly don't think they're a playoff team. And I think the fact that in all likelihood, it looks like they are going to not only be the Group of 5 representative, but they are also going to be ahead of the Big 12 champion and get a bye. I think that's remarkable. And I think the majority of that responsibility is on Ashton Jeanty's shoulders. And I also think, again, if they are ahead of the Big 12 champion, Colorado didn't make it to the Big 12 championship. I think that's a big part of it. I know that these are not team awards, but what Ashton Jeanty has accomplished in large part, if you take him away, this individual Herculean effort in my mind is deserving of the Heisman Trophy.
All right, well, we'll agree to disagree, because the most extraordinary player in college football is Travis Hunter. But we're going to find out next Saturday night. There's no more games to be played, so
that's right.
We'll have the voters look at what happened on this night, then they can look at the body of work from Travis Hunter and the entire season of Ashton Jeanty, because what a season it was for Boise State, set to earn a first-round bye, and will await the winner of the 12-5 matchup in the playoff. The Broncos' only loss this season was the #1 team in the nation, Oregon. 11 straight wins since then, Taylor. How does Boise State stack up against the rest of the competition around the country when we talk about the playoff?
Yeah, I think when you look at, obviously, what Boise State likes to do on offense and their ability to run the football, I think you're hoping, if you're Boise State, that what is the front that you're having to play against, right? If you're having to play against a Texas front or a Georgia front, I think those are worst-case scenarios. I think you're hoping to get, again, somebody that you feel like you can match up well. And really everybody that's going to be in the playoff, these are all Power 4 programs, right? From a front and personnel standpoint, they will be the underdog in the trenches. But Boise State's going to have to figure out a way to steal possessions, run the football well. I think that's going to be a key for them. I think there are a couple matchups that are obviously more favorable than others. But again, those two that I threw out, worst case scenario for Boise is having to face specifically Big Ten front, SEC front, Georgia, for example. I think they would not match up well with at all. But it is worth pointing out, again, like you mentioned, the #1 team in the country, they were on the road, took them down to the wire at Oregon, and ran the football effectively all game. So I don't think this is going to be a Boise State team that's afraid of anybody that they play. I think a lot of these teams are very thankful they're not having to go to the blue turf, that this will be on a neutral site.
I'm curious, because Boise State won't play again for another 3 weeks, and you as a former player, is that a concern, having a layoff like that as a player?
No, I don't think so. And especially for, we talked about the volume of work for Ashton Jeanty this season. I think that's probably an advantage for them. Get them healthy, get Ashton Jeanty plenty of time to get off his feet, get fully healthy. He's been banged up a lot of this season as well and has fought through it. And I think from a prep standpoint, if you're Boise State, you want all the time that you can get. Obviously, they'll know their opponent after next week, or this weekend. And so, no, for Boise State, I think it's probably to their benefit that they have that 3 weeks downtime.
Former Rice quarterback and CBS Sports college football analyst Taylor McHargue here on CBS Sports HQ. Taylor, appreciate the conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you.